Okay, so you're trying to get into trading, right? But cracking open a book on it can feel like trying to read another language sometimes.
Yeah, it can be intimidating. A lot of jargon.
Charts and indicators and strategies, oh my. But you're ready to figure it all out.
I think so, yeah.
Well, today we're diving deep into The Art of Trading, this book by Bennett McDowell. We're going to try to decode it all.
I like this book. It's not just about the technical stuff. McDowell really gets that being a good trader, it's not just about knowing the tools, right?
Yeah.
It's about the trader themselves.
He actually says it's not a crystal ball, it's a business. I love that.
It's true.
So forget those get-rich-quick schemes you see out there. Like McDowell says, trading, it's a business like anything else.
You got it. Takes planning, discipline.
Being realistic, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just like with any skill, you're not going to be profitable overnight.
Yeah.
It takes time. McDowell even has this contract for success template in the book.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Helps you set realistic goals, define your trading plan, all that.
It reminds me, he compares trading to being a musician, right?
Yes.
Like, yeah, you can learn the notes, but it takes years of practice to really master the art of it.
Becoming a virtuoso, right?
Yeah.
And that's where knowing yourself comes in. Your strengths, weaknesses, how much risk you can really handle.
You have that art profile exercise, right?
Exactly. That's what it's for. Helps you figure out your trading style. Are you a scalper? In and out for a quick profit? Or more of a patient trend trader? Which one are you?
I was wondering about that. He mentions scalpers being averse to authority.
Yeah.
Seems like a strange link.
It's an interesting connection he makes. But it all comes back to self-awareness, right? You need a trading style that works for you, for your personality.
Don't try to force something that's just not natural.
Yeah, if you're constantly fighting yourself, it's going to be that much harder to be successful.
So true. Now, McDowell doesn't hold back on calling out some of the myths out there. Like, he really goes after that whole overbought and oversold thing.
Oh, he's got strong opinions about that.
Why do you think that is?
Well, he's all about focusing on price and volume. That's the real market reality, according to McDowell.
Not these other indicators.
He'd say they're just commentary. Price and volume, those are the forces actually moving the market.
So where do all those fancy indicators fit in then? You know, MEC, stochastics, and all this.
McDowell worries that they can actually distort things
Yeah,
if you're not careful.
distort the truth.
Right. It's like, imagine you buy a painting, say, for $1,000. Next week, the artist is in some big magazine, and now it's worth $1,500.
Okay, big price jump.
Some people might say, oh, it's overbought now.
Because it shot up so fast.
Right. But what if someone else is happy to pay $2,000 for it the week after that?
Then it's worth $2,000.
Exactly. The market doesn't care about expensive or cheap the way we think about it. It just reacts to supply and demand.
If people keep buying, the price keeps going up.
Exactly. And that is market reality. Doesn't matter what an indicator says.
Okay, so we've ditched the crystal ball, embraced the business mindset, agreed that price and volume are key. How does McDowell's art of trading system actually find those high probability trades?
2 words: pyramid trading points
Okay.
and art reverse bars.
All right, those are a few more than 2 words, but keep going.
The best part, they both come down to price and volume patterns.
Yeah.
Anyone can learn this stuff. You don't need to be a math whiz.
I'm already feeling better. So these pyramid and reversal things, they tell you when to get in and out of a trade.
You got it. The plan comes before you even think about buying or selling.
So I'm not just going on gut feeling.
No way. McDowell wants you to take the emotion out of it. Let the market tell you what to do based on what you're actually seeing.
That actually takes some pressure off, I think.
It should.
Yeah.
You're not just blindly guessing. And that takes us to another key thing: risk management. McDowell is big on this.
Can't avoid that R word forever.
Nope, it's part of the game. Can't avoid risk, but you can manage it, which is where McDowell's 2% rule comes in.
2%.
Never, ever risk more than 2% of your total trading money on a single trade.
No matter what.
No matter what. Even if you're positive it's a guaranteed win, trading is a marathon. You got to pace yourself. Got to be able to handle losses without blowing up your whole account.
Makes sense, protect yourself. So 2% is the hard limit.
Yeah.
But he also has that 6% rule too, right?
You're on top of it. That one's about spreading your risk. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, as they say. Different sectors, spread it out.
So even if I have like 3 trades I'm feeling really confident about, I shouldn't put 6% into each. I still have to stick to that 2% per trade.
You got it. That discipline, that's what separates the pros from the amateurs.
Makes those contract for success goals even more important. Like right from the start, figure out how much you're willing to risk.
100%. It's not just about what you want to make, but being honest with yourself about what you can afford to lose to get there. That's the reality. You're getting it. The mindset is crucial. And you know what? McDowell doesn't just say be careful with risk and leave it at that. He actually lays out what he thinks makes the ideal trader's mindset.
Okay, so like what does that look like?
Well, it's a bunch of things. Accepting that risk is just part of the game, not getting too attached to any one trade, that kind of thing.
Not getting caught up in the wins or the losses.
Exactly. It's about the process, the long game, not just chasing quick profits.
Which takes discipline.
Tons of it. And patience.
And constantly learning.
Yes. McDowell emphasizes that all the time.
Yeah.
Every trade, good or bad, it's a chance to learn something.
So it's more about the journey than just trying to get to some specific destination.
I like how you put that. He talks about finding that flow state,
Yeah.
where you're in sync with the market, disciplined, patient.
It's funny, we started with charts and percentages, and now we're getting all zen about it. It really shows that McDowell, he sees trading as more than just numbers on a screen.
Right. It goes deeper than that. He even says the markets are a reflection of ourselves.
Whoa. Okay, that is getting deep.
It makes you think, right?
Definitely. So the real challenge, the real reward even, isn't just figuring out the market, it's figuring out ourselves.
I think he's right about that. And he gives some concrete advice on how to actually do that, build that self-awareness.
Like what?
He loves trading journals.
Oh yeah, those. I've heard of them, but never really got what they're all about.
It's more than just writing down your trades. It's about digging into your decisions. Why'd you get into that trade? How are you feeling? What could you have done differently?
So like a personal trainer, but for your trading brain.
Exactly. Helps you spot those patterns, good or bad. Then you can reinforce the good habits, work on the bad ones.
Instead of just riding that emotional roller coaster, you're actually figuring out what makes you tick.
And that, my friend, is how you start making decisions from a place of calm, not fear or greed.
Right, like if you were running a regular business, you'd be analyzing your moves all the time, right?
Of course.
You wouldn't just go on gut with your money. But for some reason with trading, people do that all the time.
It's easy to get swept up in the excitement, the idea of easy money.
Oh yeah.
But McDowell wants you to shift that perspective. This is serious stuff. Treat it that way.
So it's really about mastering yourself first, then the market stuff.
And part of that is accepting that you will mess up.
No one's perfect, huh?
Even the best traders in the world, they have losing trades. It's how you handle it that matters.
He doesn't sugarcoat that, does he?
Nope. Losses, they're inevitable. It's about your response.
Yeah.
That's what determines if you sink or swim.
He actually says you need a healthy relationship with losing trades.
He does, right? Sounds kind of strange at first, but I get what he means.
Like you learn more from your losses than your wins, almost.
Bingo. Don't think of it as a failure. Think of it as feedback. The market's telling you something.
I like that.
You got to be a student of the market, always learning, adapting.
It's not about being right all the time. It's about adjusting when you're wrong.
Don't let your ego take over. Focus on the big picture.
So instead of getting bummed out or trying to get revenge on the market after a loss,
which so many people do,
McDowell's like, hold on, analyze what happened, why it happened, and how can you avoid that next time?
What can I learn from this? That's the question to ask.
So powerful. You're basically turning a loss into like a setup for future success.
Exactly. Like a scientist running an experiment. It's about the data, the knowledge. Winning or losing, it's all just information.
Okay, love the mindset stuff, the learning from losses, all that. But for someone just starting out, it's still a lot to process. Where do they even start? This is where I'd feel lost, I think.
Totally normal to feel that way. It's what McDowell says too. That's why he gives you a roadmap in the book. How to actually put all this into action, step by step.
And it doesn't involve like quitting your job and putting it all on one trade, right?
Definitely not. He's very clear about that. Start small. He even says if you need to, use a demo account. Practice those techniques, build up that discipline, but without risking real money.
Dip your toes in the water before you jump in the deep end.
Smart. Build up that confidence gradually. Figure out your style, hone your strategy, and you're not freaking out about losing your shirt while you do it.
No pressure.
Right. He's not expecting you to be some kind of trading prodigy right away. It's like anything else, you got to learn the basics.
It's about those little improvements, day by day.
Precisely. He actually gives you drills and exercises in the book, just like a musician practices their scales.
So he's not just throwing you to the wolves.
Nope. Lots of guidance. You've got tools, a structure. Makes a big difference, especially in the beginning.
Which ties back to that business mindset. Like a good business owner, you invest in your education, right? You find mentors, get the resources you need.
Always be learning, always improving. That's the key.
And McDowell's big on community too, having other traders around you.
Oh yeah, he talks about that a lot. It doesn't have to be a solitary thing, trading. Find your people who get it.
I like that because it can get lonely just staring at charts all day, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's more fun, more rewarding when you've got a support system, especially when things get tough, which they will.
Someone to celebrate the wins with, help you pick yourself up after the losses.
And a good mentor, they're like a coach. They've been there, they've made the mistakes, they can help you avoid those pitfalls.
It's like he's saying, hey, this isn't easy.
Right. Trading is hard, takes work, dedication. Having people to lean on, that's huge.
You know, it's funny. You think the art to get trading, you think
That's
charts, right? All that technical stuff. But McDowell really opened my eyes to how much of it is mental.
He brings it front and center, doesn't he?
Totally. And everyone skips over that. But it's not just what you know about the market.
Right.
It's how you actually use that when things get crazy. How do you control those emotions? Stay disciplined even when you want to chuck your computer out the window.
He nails it when he says, and I'm paraphrasing here, learn the market rules, sure, but learn the rules of your mind. That's the real game.
Ooh, I like that.
And that self-awareness is like a thread through the whole book. McDowell wants you to really get yourself. Strengths, weaknesses, what makes you tick, what pushes your buttons, good or bad.
And that's where the art profile comes in. And the trading journal. Not just random exercises, they're actually useful.
Absolutely. They give you a way to look back, analyze. That's huge for any kind of growth, but especially with trading. Your emotions are literally messing with your money.
Yeah, it's like having a mirror held up to every decision you make. Oh, there's where I made a good call. Oh, and there's where I totally let my emotions run wild.
And when you do that, you start to see the patterns in yourself. What trips you up? What helps you stay calm?
You become more intentional, right? Less reacting, more like responding with control.
You're in the driver's seat because at the end of the day, you are responsible for your own results, good or bad.
Which is kind of empowering, actually. It's not like, here's my magic system, do what I say and you'll be rich. He's more like, here's the tools, here's how to think about it, now go put in the work.
Right. He's giving you the keys, but you got to drive.
And drive well, which means knowing the car and the road, that's good advice for anything, not just trading.
Totally. I think the big takeaway is true success. It starts with mastering yourself.
So for everyone listening, feeling pumped to dive into the art of trading, ready for this self-discovery and market mastery, any final words of wisdom from you?
McDowell says this in the book, it stuck with me. The journey to becoming a successful trader is, above all else, a journey of self-discovery. So yeah, embrace that. Be patient with the process, work hard, never stop learning. The rewards, they're out there, but it starts with you.
Perfectly said. I know I learned a lot and will be coming back to McDowell's wisdom for sure. Until next time, everyone, happy trading.